Hey, what's up you guys? It's Dorothy and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Comment down below what you guys want to see in the future. Click that subscribe button and don't forget to turn on my post notifications. That way you lovely people get notified every single time I upload a video. Excuse me, I'm drinking soda because I have gas bubbles. Sorry. In today's video, we're going to go into Chapter 5, Part 2 of One of Us is Lying, so let's get right into this. This video may contain sensitive topics and foul language. If you do not wish to continue, please click off the video now. You have been warned. Addie, Friday, September 28th, 7 p.m. God, my mother, she's actually flirting with Officer Budapest of the pink freckled face and receding hairline. Of course, Adelie will do anything to help, she says in a husky voice, trailing one finger around the rim of her wine glass. Justin's having dinner with his parents who hate Mom and never invite her. This is his punishment whether he knows it or not. Officer Budapest stopped by just as we finished the vegetable pad. Ty Mom had always orders when my sister Ashton comes to visit. Now he doesn't know where to look. He's got his eyes fixed on a dried flower arrangement on the living room wall. My mother redecorates excuse me. My mother redecorates every 6 months, and her latest theme is shabby chic with a weird beachy edge, cabbage roses, and seashells as far as the eye can see. Just a few follow-up points, if you don't mind, Addie, he says. Okay, I say. I'm surprised he's here since I thought we'd already answered all of his questions, but I guess the investigation is still going strong. Today, Mr. Avery's lab was blocked off with yellow tape and police officers were in and out of the school all day. Cooper said Bayview High's probably going to get in more trouble for having peanut oil in the water or something. I glance at my mother. Her eyes are fixed on Officer Budapest, but with a distant expression I know well. She already mentally checked out, probably planning her wardrobe for the weekend. Ashton comes in to the living room and settles herself in the armchair across from me. Are you talking to all the kids who were in the detention that day, she asks. Officer Budapest clears his throat. The investigation is ongoing, but I'm here because I had a particular question for Addie. You were in the nurse's office that day Simon died. Is that right? I hesitate, a dark glance toward Ashton, then look back at Officer Budapest. No, you were, Officer Budapest says. It's in the nurse's log. I'm looking at the fireplace and I can feel Ashton's eyes boring into me. I wind a strand of hair around my fingers and tug nervously. I don't remember that. You don't remember going to the nurse's office on Monday? Well, I go a lot, I say quickly, for headaches and stuff. It was probably for that. I scrunch my forehead like I'm thinking hard and finally meet Officer Budapest's eyes. Oh, right. I had my period and I was cramping really bad, so yeah, I needed Tylenol. Officer Budapest is a blusher. He turns red as I smile politely and release my hair. And you got what you needed there, just Tylenol? Why do you want to know? Ashton asks. She rearranges the throw pillow behind her so the starfish pattern made out of the actual seashells isn't digging into her back. Well, one of the things we're looking into is why it appeared to be no EpiPens in the nurse's office during Simon's allergy attack. The nurse swears she had several pens that morning, but they were all gone that afternoon. Ashton stiffens and says, you can't possibly think Addie took them. Mom turns to me with a faintly surprised air but doesn't speak. If Officer Budapest notices that my sister has stepped into the parenting role here, he doesn't mention it. Nobody's saying that, but did you happen to see whether the pens were in the office then? Addie, according to the nurse's log, you were there at 1 o'clock. My heart's beating uncomfortably fast, but I keep my tone even. I don't even know what an EpiPen looks like. He makes me tell him everything I remember about detention again. Then he asks a bunch of questions about the Tumblr post. Ashton's all alert and interested, leaning forward and interrupting the whole time. While Mom goes into the kitchen twice to refill her wine glass, I keep looking at the clock because Jake and I are supposed to be going to the beach soon, and I haven't even started touching up my makeup. My pimple's not going to cover itself. When Officer Budapest finally gets ready to leave, he hands me a card. Call if you remember anything else, Addie. He says, you never know what might be important. Okay, I say, sliding the card into my back pocket of my jeans. Officer Budapest says goodbye to my mom and Ashton as I open the front door. Ashton leans against the door frame next to me, and we watch Officer Budapest get into his squad wagon and start slowly backing out of our driveway. I spy Justin's car waiting to pull in behind Officer Budapest, and that gets me moving again. I don't want to have to talk to him, and I still haven't fixed my makeup, so I escape upstairs with Ashton following behind me. My bedroom's in is the biggest one in our house except the master, and used to be Ashton's until I took it over when she got married. She still makes herself at home there as if she never left. You didn't tell me about the tumbler thing, she says, sprawling across my white eyelet bedspread and opening the latest issue of Us Weekly. Ashton is even blonder than me, but her hair is cut in a chin-length layers that our mother hates. I think it's cute, though. If Jake didn't love my hair so much, I'd consider a cut like that. I sit at my vanity and dab concealer over my hairline pimple. Somebody's being a creep, that's all. Did you really not remember being in the nurse's office, or did you just not want to answer? Ashton asks. I fumble with the concealer cap, but I'm saved from answering when my phone blares a Rihanna-only girl text from the bedside table. Ashton picks it up and reports, Jake's almost here. God, Ash. I glare at her in the mirror. You shouldn't look at my phone like that. What if it was private? Sorry, she says in a completely non-sorry tone. Everything okay with Jake? I twist in my chair to face her, frowning. Why wouldn't it be? Ashton holds a palm up at me. Just a question, Addie. I'm not implying anything. Her tone darkens. No reason to think you'll turn out like me. It's not as though Charlie and I were high school sweethearts. I blink at her in surprise. I mean, I've thought for a while that things weren't going well between Ashton and Charlie. For one thing, she suddenly here a lot, and for another, he was a hardcore flirting with a slutty bridesmaid at her cousin's wedding last month, but Ashton never came out and admitted a problem before. Are things, really bad? She shrugs, dropping the magazine and picking at her nails. It's complicated. Marriage is always harder than anyone tells you. Be thankful you don't have to make the life decision yet. Her mouth tightens. Don't let Mom get in your ear and twist everything. Just enjoy being 17. I can't. I'm too afraid it's all going to be ruined. It's already ruined. I wish I could tell Ashton that. I wish it would be such a relief to get it out. I usually tell Jake everything, but I can't tell him this. And after him, there's literally not one other person in the world I trust. Not any of my friends, certainly not my mother and not my sister, because even though she probably means well, she can be awfully passive-aggressive about Jake. The doorbell rings and Ashton's mouth twists into a half smile. Must be Mr. Perfect, she says, sarcastic, right on schedule. I ignore her and bound down the stairs, opening the door with a big smile I can't help when I'm about to see Jake. And there he is in his football jacket with his chestnut hair tousled by the wind, giving me the exact same smile back. Hey, baby. I'm about to kiss him when I catch sight of another figure behind him and freeze. You don't mind if we give TJ a ride, do you? A nervous laugh bubbles up in my throat, and I push it down. Of course not. I go in for my kiss, but the moment's ruined. TJ flicks his eye toward me, then at the ground. Sorry about this. My car broke down, and I was just going to stay home, but Jake insisted. Jake shrugs. We're on the way, no reason to miss a night out because of car trouble. His eyes travel from my face to my canvas sneakers, and he asks, You're wearing that, Eds? It's not a criticism exactly, but I'm in Ashton's college sweatshirt, and Jake's never liked me in shapeless clothes. It'll be cold at the beach, I say tentatively, and he grins. I'll keep you warm. Put on something a little cuter, huh? I give him a strained smile and go back inside, mounting the stairs with dragging steps because I know I haven't been gone long enough for Ashton to have left my room. Sure enough, she's still flipping through Us Weekly on my bed, and she knits her brows together as I head for my closet. Back so soon? I pull out a pair of leggings and unbutton my jeans. I'm changing. Ashton closes the magazine and watches me in silence until I exchange her sweatshirt for a form-fitting sweater. You won't be warm enough in that. It's chilly tonight. She snorts out a disbelieving laugh when I slip off my sneakers and step into a pair of strappy sandals with kitten heels. You're wearing those to the beach? Is this wardrobe change Jake's idea? I toss my discarded clothes into the hamper, ignoring her. Bye, Ash. Addie, wait. The snarky tone goes from Ashton's voice, but I don't care. I'm down the stairs and out the door before she can stop me, stepping into a breeze that chills me instantly. But Jake gives me an approving smile and wraps an arm around my shoulders for the short walk to the car. I hate the entire ride, hate sitting there acting normal when I want to throw up, hate listening to Jake and TJ talk about tomorrow's game, hate when the latest Fall Out Boy song comes on and TJ says I love this song because now I can't like it anymore, but mostly I hate the fact that barely a month after mine and Jake's momentous first time, I got blind drunk and slept with TJ Forrester. When we go to the beach, Cooper and Lewis are already building a bonfire, and Jake heaves a frustrated grunt as he shifts into park. They do it wrong every time, he complains, launching himself out of the car toward them. You guys, you're too close to the water. TJ and I get out of the car more slowly, not looking at each other. I'm already freezing and wrap my arms around my body for warmth. Do you want my Jack? TJ starts, but I don't let him finish. No. I cut him off and stalk toward the beach, almost tripping in my stupid shoes when I reach the sand. JJ's at my side, arm out to steady me. Addie, hey, his voice is low, his minty breath briefly on my cheek. It doesn't have to be this awkward, you know. I'm not going to say anything. I shouldn't be mad at him. It's not his fault. I'm the one who got insecure after Jake and I slept together and started thinking he was losing interest every time he took too long to answer a text. I'm the one who flirted with TJ when we ran into each other on this exact beach over the summer while Jake was on vacation. I'm the one who dared TJ to get a bottle of rum and drank almost half of it with a Diet Coke chaser. At one point that day, I laughed so hard I snorted soda out of my nose, which had disgusted Jake. TJ just said in this dry wear, wow, Addie, that was attractive. I'm very turned on by you right now. That was when I kissed him and suggested that we go back to his place, so really none of this is his fault. We reached the edge of the beach and watched Jake douse the fire so he can rebuild it. Rebuild it where he wants. I sneak a glance at TJ and see dimples flash as he waves to the guys. Just forget it ever happened, he says under his breath. He sounds sincere and hope sparks in my chest. Maybe we really can keep this to ourselves. Bayview's gossipy school, but at least about that isn't hanging over everybody's heads anymore. And if I'm being 100% honest, I have to admit that's a relief. That is the end of chapter 5. I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!